Do you find yourself mindlessly searching for a new social media activity? Recording your every move on a blog post, no matter how insignificant? Adding people you don't even know to your groups? Distracted by social media sites when you should be working instead of socializing or enjoying other activities? Perhaps taking pleasures in pretending to be a different person? Well, these are quite excessive indicators about your dependency on social media. You may not even know it, or you may even want to help to regulate your usage, or perhaps prevent it from taking over your life. It is only then that you are able to willingly control your impulsive or compulsive attitude to whatever it is you're trying to do at the moment instead of twiddling your thumbs. But I guess knowing is half the battle. You might want to find yourself trying to seek help in controlling your social media behaviors, excuse me. Well, you might have to take a self-hypnosis class to hypnotize yourself, or smack yourself in the face to perhaps put your phone down while you're trying to keep a conversation with your best friend. Or maybe even try to think about ways that you are trying for them not to find out that you posted something about them. I mean, were cavemen thinking about this? Of course not. Were you perhaps trying to be deceptive in the 1700s? Well, perhaps, if we were around. But now you can't even escape it. Social media is truly trying to put your life out there for people to see. So was that intentional? Was social media intentionally designed to be a tool utilized to directly change our social behavior? I mean, we can't even take it for granted. It is truly an ideal way, an easy way, I guess, in terms of global connectivity or maintaining that, and even maintaining communication. Being able to obtain information at the drop of a hat, access, reach anyone, any home, any business, while even up in the air, flying across the world at any time of the day. This is truly phenomenal. Who would have thought that maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm dating myself, but 20 years from now, or 20 years ago, I apologize, we were simply trying to send a letter, a holiday card, Christmas card, photos to each other in the mail, where it took maybe a week. Then it got 3 days. Now it's 3 seconds, milliseconds perhaps, to go from Singapore all the way to California. You can do business, sell, anything from clothes, cars, gerbils, you name it. Press of a button, is gone. It's sold. Is that the way that we are going to be living our lives, where we can't even say hi to each other without being technically cordial? Oh, you didn't answer my Facebook page. I'm sorry, my message this morning. Well, because I was going to see you at the 10 o'clock meeting, and we can say hi and talk about yesterday. You don't have to answer the post, right? So now, are we changing, even physically? Are parts of our brain adapting and having to feed off of this vibe, this long, dragging, endless torture of having to document our days? But where does it all go? I mean, we can talk all day, talk all night, but yet we can actually record it and maintain it all the way up there, somewhere up there in the cloud. Is it truly something that we are intended to do? We're living in a world that is truly dedicated by the easy access to the plethora of information that our world beholds. But every single conversation has gone up from being spoken to being typed and texted, as if you're writing a book, the book of life that by yet the story of our whole life alone will never be documented in its entirety, unless you are forced to documenting it on social media. Could it be the plan that everything you put down, from what you ate, what you saw, what you thought, who you spoke of, who would you speak of, or truly spoke about when you did not speak? You typed it, you texted it, you saved it, just to be able to prove your conversation? I mean, the social comparison of being accepted on social media alone is very, very topsy-turvy. One, it's lopsided. I mean, do you really have to feel loved and wanted and cherished when you care about what a million people have said about your post? You don't even know 5 people in your neighborhood. Hopefully I'm not exaggerating. You don't know your neighbor. You know what they look like, but truly you don't know if it's rewarding to know your neighbor, unless you need a cup of sugar. But yet, you can be on social media all day hoping someone will like it. Someone can be on your level without even knowing that person. Is this what are we going to be truly hypnotized by this? Are we going to be the ones to feel like we should be able to move on, or flick the bird and keep on moving because we don't care what people think about us? But everything we post, everything we feel, want, desire, is being recorded. Governments have been tapping into our social media lives for quite some time, since the telephone. Yes, it's not media per se, but it's a form of communication, which leaves a trail. A trail that some of us truly cannot accept or want, but at the same time we have to deal with it because we're able to accept the fact that we'll give away our privacy just a little because we want a sense of enjoyment. But how much of yourself are you losing in the process? Are you just, I guess for lack of better terms, sipping from the Kool-Aid? I don't know, but that's something that we have no choice than to accept. Whether or not we like it, the devices we have are only utilized in that manner. But we have a computer in our pocket when a computer used to be the size of a room. Why not utilize it? I mean, it only weighs half a pound, if that, ounces in our pocket. I guess the bulky ones with the big protectors are the ones that weigh the most, right? Or the biggest cases, right? But if you can fit an iPad in your pocket, you will. But we're just being hypnotized in that manner that we have to buy the most expensive gadget to stay linked to the rest of the world, to include our jobs, the news, the weather. We even have a personal assistant built into our computers, or our phone, or our tablet, or our laptop, or even on our desktop, our kitchen sink, wherever. You can even say, hey, personal assistant, you, am I talking to Siri? Am I talking to Alexa? whatever Google's working on right now, can you let me know if I have an appointment tomorrow? Sure you do. Your appointment is with Alexa, your other personal assistant. Is that how technology is going to be advancing with artificial intelligence? Perhaps we're going to just accept it that we can tell it to go ahead and start the laundry that you loaded up this morning. But your washer doesn't have a timer that you can set, so you tell Alexa, hey, start the washer for me. Or turn on the oven. I'll be home in 30 minutes. Our leftovers need to be warmed up. Because you decide to go to the mall after you cooked to get that last minute gift. Or maybe you don't even want to calculate simple math. You don't want to even calculate simple math. So you ask the computer or Siri to tell you what 2 plus 2 is. Because you don't want to go ahead and add that to your budget list. It'll be so simple to fall victim to the way social media is taking over our lives.